Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. This is the 84th episode of my Let the Women Tell It series. And this one is unfortunate because I've known of this lady, Angela Rye, for a very long time. When I was on the plantation, I thought she was a pillar. And she probably still is to a lot of people. But, after the election, she came on a podcast and talked about how she hates half the country. And that's very unfortunate. There's nothing that could make a pretty person look more ugly than talking about they hate somebody. I'm 66 years old, and I'm proud to say I never hated anybody in my life. I'm talking about the true word of hate. See, it's a misconception that hate is the opposite of love. It's not. Indifference is the opposite of love. Hate is an entity on all unto itself. Hate takes energy. It saps strength. It actually saps your soul, and there's nothing that takes you further from God than hating somebody. And to say you hate 70 to 80 million people is really sad. Now, some people will say that she's just using it as a term, but she's not. She's not. There's a lot of people who actually hate somebody for the way they voted, which is the absolute cornerstone of the American way. People having their own opinions and voting on what they think is most important. Listen, I uh, never liked Joe Biden, but I didn't hate people who voted for him. I believe he's more racist than Donald Trump ever was. And I have receipts to prove that. And so does everybody else if they want to actually have a fair conversation about it. But anyway, without further ado, there's a lady named Crimson Cure who has her own channel. She's a very successful YouTuber. And she goes through the claim that Angela Rye talks about how she hates half the country. And she has her own commentary, which is much better than mine. And before we go there, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please, and leave some comments. Do you hate people because they voted for Donald Trump? Does that make sense as an American? And where are we going with that hate? What are you going to do with it? Anyway, so leave a comment. I'm curious about how you feel about that. Probably that's where we need to have our conversations, hatred for a political party, because you got to have some very good reasons to hate somebody other than rhetoric. And this is why the Black folks, African Americans, Black Americans, whatever you want to call us, it's time to get out of the mental bondage of the Democrat Party. I've been talking about diverging from these guys for a very, very long time. And I'm proud of the 22% of Black men who've decided to wake up and stop the madness. And hopefully by 2028, we'll have around 20% of the Black women doing the same. Well, anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and let the women tell it. And stay tuned.
I think that I feel the obligation. I feel frustrated, honestly, with myself because I spent so much time over the last couple of weeks just focusing on the half that I hate right now, like the half of the country that I despise. And I'm frustrated about that because you don't get understanding through frustration and hate.
Did y'all hear what she said? Did you hear what she just said? See, they like to act like they not saying nothing harmful. Listen to her.
I'm very emotional. I think that I feel the obligation. I feel frustrated, um, honestly, with myself because I spent so much time over the last couple weeks just focusing on the half that I hate right now, like the half of the country that I despise.
The half of the country that she despises and that she hates. I thought Democrats don't hate nobody. I thought they were the tolerant group. I thought they were the group that promoted no hatred. And they were the group that promoted togetherness and joy and collectiveness. And she said she hated the other part, the part of the country that voted for Trump. And she's sitting on a podcast crying crocodile tears. And we supposed to have sympathy for her saying that outwardly, openly, that she hates the people who voted for Trump. See how nice they are? They're nice. They're nice. Because they say nice things, and then they say those things. But you're supposed to not take it like that. You're not supposed to take her saying that she hate everybody is that she really hate everybody. Yes, she do. That's what she was going to say. I feel the obligation to hate them. That's what she was going to say. This is why the Democrats lost, because they hate parts of the country. They hate the people of the country.
Let me stop it right there because you can go to her. I'm going to leave the link to her full broadcast to her explaining this and other things. The Crimson Cure is one of those sisters who's been off the plantation. She is not a Republican. She just is a free, independent thinker, and it'd be nice for more women to actually hear what she has to say, just in general. Anyhow, listen, I'm gonna leave you with a song that I generated using AI about Black folks needing to get off the plantation and needing to definitely get the hell off, break those mental bonds that we have, that the Democrats have over us. No other demographic in this country, none, not one, is so beholden to one party. And there's a psychosis that goes along with that. And I think a lot of Black folks, we're missing it, but it's starting to break. And it's starting to break pretty heavy. More and more, and mostly with Black women, of course, but more and more sisters are speaking out against this unnatural connection to the Democrats, the puppet masters, the people who have you in mental bondage. So listen, it's just a little bit of clarity should be able to break that up. But with all of the forces trying to keep you on the plantation, those and the men, the sycophantic men that follow the ladies, it's just very, really, really going to be tough. And I think we're going to lose a generation or two. And I put out a post already saying that even if 100% of us would have voted for the Democrats, they still would have lost. They still would have lost. Anyway, so there's a lot of other connections to that. The immigrants, the purpose for them coming in groves is to replace your ass in those swing states. Anyway, let me go ahead and play the jam that I have for you, and just listen to the words. It's pretty poignant.
I've walked these streets, seen shadows cast, promises made, yet they fade so fast. Voices rising, but they can't be heard in a world where the truth gets blurred. So let's lift our voices, let's challenge the norm. In a river of change, we'll weather the storm. Breaking the Democrat chain, breaking the mold, turning the page, reclaiming our souls. With courage and hope, we'll stand up tall. Together we'll rise, together we'll call. From the arches of dawn, let the freedom reign. We're breaking the mental chain. Tired of its whispers that drown out the light, searching for a way, we'll fight for what's right. In a world where the vision tries to pull apart, we'll foster the love, unify the heart. With each step we take, let our spirits ignite. We'll shine through the shadows, we'll claim back the night. Breaking the Democrat chain, breaking the mold, turning the page, reclaiming our souls. With courage and hope, we'll stand up tall. Together we'll rise, together we'll call. From the ashes of dawn, let the freedom reign. We're breaking the mental chain. So rise up, let the world hear our name. In unity and strength, we'll forever reclaim.
All right, so that's the end of that one. And listen, I'm just saying, we'll have to keep on moving off that plantation. We got to do the best we can. And with that, I'll say, good night. Our pain, marriage, politics, and sports. Over and out.